Welcome to Quick Theological Thoughts. In this podcast, I want to interact with Mike Winger's approach to evolution. I think I've heard this many times over the years, and I think it's something to think about. I've got Christian friends on both liberal and not so liberal Christian friends who would agree that evolution is true. I'm not saying Mike believes in evolution. He seems to say that he does not believe in it at the end of this video, but he's basically making the argument, could God have used evolution and why Christians should embrace it. So let's watch the video real quick and interact with it. All right, so here we go.
I've noticed many people don't believe in God because of evolution. Is evolution contrary to God? Let me give you a simple example. Here's my cell phone. Imagine my cell phone happened from an explosion. Maybe we could prove it. We could prove that the cell phone happened from an explosion and all the particles of glass, they kind of came together and the heat was just right, that it sort of came into this flat, perfectly solid form. Wouldn't we not therefore be logically reasonable by saying, boy, somebody brilliant must have planned that explosion? Like, that doesn't mean it was an accident. It means it was just even more brilliant, because not only did they cause it to happen, but they caused it to happen through one act of creation. But I don't think it's accurate, but I would absolutely use it as evidence for God.
Okay, so, what if in this one act of creation that God uses an explosion to land a cell phone right in my hand? All right, but did you catch the fact that he used the term planned? Right? So, all right, for a reformed person, we have divine providence, right? So all the naturalistic things we see going on actually are divinely, it's in God's divine care, right? God providentially decrees all things that happen, right? So there's that, but it happens in a very natural way. Now, when we're talking about an act of creation, does God use an explosion? Well, sure. We use explosions, right? If I want to build a tunnel and it's got to go through this mountain and it's rock, and I know that I have to do certain kinds of explosions in certain ways and at certain times, and have to, I could do that, but I'm doing it it's not natural. I am planting devices in specific key locations. Well, I designed all the things that would. Okay, so you're intricately. At some point, you're designing it. So what's natural about this? When you think of Mount Rushmore, was dynamite used up there? Yeah. To design those faces? Yeah. It's brilliant. Yeah, but it's done in such a way that it's designed. It's planned. Okay. Is that what we see? Is that what we're talking about in evolution? The theory of evolution doesn't have that at all, right? It's a tautology at best, and because evolution, the thing that evolves in a particular environment depends upon the environment, and we don't know until the environment determines it's so the environment determines it. Okay, so nobody really knows what's ever going to evolve. And is that what we're saying? Yeah, the theory of evolution is, we got to understand, is a naturalistic, materialistic worldview. And I know we've gone into depth on this, but what Mike Winger is saying here and what actually is evolution, put forward by evolutionists, are two radically different things. And to put them together, it's contradictory at best, right? You can't say it's planned. That would be evolution. Anyway, that's just my quick theological thought. I'm not buying it. You can't have planned explosions and then call it, just God just sat back and saw what happened. Well, that's not planned. Right? No. Could God do it that way? Sure he can. We made Mount St. Helens with a bunch of explosions and sticks of dynamite. Or not Mount St. Helens, I'm sorry. Mount Rushmore. We did that with sticks of dynamite. So what? Nobody's arguing that evolved in any way, shape, or form. So are we really going to argue for creation as just a random big explosion? You have to decide on that one. God bless. Be good.